Hello, it's Christina here. Today I want to have some fun with our heart. So I want to explain how our hearts work in a few minutes. So firstly, we can imagine our heart as a big apartment or a big house, and it has 4 rooms in it. So there are our right atrium, our right ventricle, our left atrium, and our left ventricle. Our deoxygenated blood will come into our right atrium through our 2 main veins. They are superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. So they will come into our right atrium, and our right atrium will pump this blood into our right ventricle. Our right ventricle will then pump this deoxygenated blood to our lung through our pulmonary artery. Obviously, in our lung, this deoxygenated blood would get oxygen and become oxygenated blood, and then this blood will come back to our heart, get into our left atrium. Our left atrium would then pump this oxygenated blood into our left ventricle, and our left ventricle would then pump this oxygenated blood to all parts of our body through aorta. Notice that there are 4 valves that prevent backflow of the blood. So firstly, we have tricuspid valve that sits between our right atrium and our right ventricle to prevent backflow from our right ventricle to our right atrium. And we have on our left side our bicuspid valve between our left atrium and our left ventricle. It prevents backflow of blood from left ventricle to our left atrium. We also have 2 seminular valves. So the first seminular valve is our pulmonary seminular valve. It sits between our pulmonary artery and our right ventricle. It prevents backflow from our pulmonary vein to our right ventricle. And our second seminular valve would be our aortic valve, and it's between our aorta and our left ventricle. It prevents backflow from our aorta to our left ventricle. So we might wonder, what controls our heartbeat? Obviously, it's nerve impulse control our heartbeat. So we have our SA node, signal atrial node, to initiate our heartbeat. And we have our AV node to delay our heartbeat to allow atriums to contract. And then the nerve impulse would pass through our bundle of hairs to the septum and the base of our heart. And then lastly, Purkinje fiber would pass this impulse up through our ventricle wall. And our heart is actually myogenic. It means that it will beat without our nerve input, and it will even beat outside of our body. Thank you guys, I hope this video is helpful for you. See you next time!